Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. It is What I've Been Warming Wednesday, and we have got a stack of things that I've warmed in my house this week. I will give you warm reviews so you can decide what you might want to warm in your home and how it did in the different rooms of my home. So, one thing to note before we get started here is that it is Wednesday. Tomorrow on Thursday, at 10 a.m. Pacific time, on my or your consultant's website, is a flash sale. We don't know what's in the flash sale yet. All we know is it's going to be up to 80% off. Up to 80% off. So those can be good. I plan to log in and see what they have up there. So that'll be up at 10 a.m. while supplies last tomorrow on Thursday. It'll run until Saturday at 10 a.m., the 19th. But again, it's while supplies last. So I don't know what's available or how much or any of that. So we will see. So if you're interested, check that out. Other than that, we'll kind of hop in here. So we'll start with the office. In the office, I did 1 scent this week because I only needed 1 scent this week. I did the Harry Potter Ravenclaw bar. This is in the Harry Potter 4-bar collection. So Ravenclaw, this is like a woodsy, slightly watery vanilla. It's hard to describe. It is like, I would say like oak would be the wood. It's like a old hardwood type scent. I don't get varnish, I don't get any of that. It's like, I do get like a vanilla, but it's like a cologne type vanilla. I would say this is a unisex scent. It's neither really masculine or feminine. It's just kind of in between. It's really lovely. So I like it on cold. It's so hard to describe. It's so unique. So I put 2 cubes in the office. First night, it was like maybe 3 or 4 hours in, it like took over much of the house. It was like wafting into the open layout. It was wafting everywhere. So this one is a strong performer at the peak. It's nice. On the first evening, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. The first evening, it was strong. There's a little bit of that cologniness to it, like just, and I don't mean masculine cologne, I mean like unisex cologne. And I almost got like a bit of a saltiness to it. Like it reminded me of like swimming pool water almost. Like not in a bad way, and not oceany, not aquatic oceany, but more like swimming pool water with like almost those like, you know, I don't want to say pool chemicals because that sounds terrible. It wasn't terrible, it was actually really nice. But it smelled like swimming pool water and woods, and it smelled like you were staying at like a fancy hotel resort. Not that I've ever done that, but you were staying at a fancy hotel resort in the woods in like Banff or something, and then you were like at the pool in the evening, and then you came home up to your room and like you were in your house coat, and it was like you had like this nice vanilla perfume on, and here's Piper. Hello, Pipe. Yeah, so it smelled like you were on vacation and had a nice swim and were up in your room with like a perfumey vanilla in the mountains. So it was really nice, hard to describe. Day 2, this had changed quite a bit. That salty water type note had really dissipated almost entirely, and you were left with like a perfumey vanilla and like a woody note. It reminded me a lot of a perfume I had from Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab years back. I think it was called Lady Edith. This smells a lot like Lady Edith by Day 2. And that again was like a perfumey kind of vintage, like Victorian vanilla scent. Very pretty. So this one lasted days, like many days. When did I take this out? It lasted at least 4 days. So 4 days, pretty good. No complaints there with performance. Again, the first evening I wasn't so sure how I felt about it. After that, I really liked it, and I will enjoy the rest of this. Is this one that's club worthy for me? Probably not. I do really enjoy it. It's not a scent I would reach for often, I don't think. At least not in home scents. Like I might wear, in fact, I do wear a perfume that smells kind of like this, but it's not one I'd reach for my house very often. So I do have the rest of this bar and 1 more full bar, and I think I'm good with that. But yeah, very pretty, highly recommend, very unique. I really like that one. Next in our bedroom, this is Marshmallow Mint, and the top completely left. It is gone. This is like a very soft vanilla sweet marshmallow with just like a little bit of soft mint. Oh, this one's so good. It is very much like vanilla, creamy vanilla, and just a little bit of mint. I think Carrie F said she thought this one kind of smelled like shamrock shake, which kind of prompted me to go pull mine out and like smell it. And I was like, yes, it smells like shamrock shake. Let's do this. Marshmallow mint. So yes, it is really good. It does smell a little bit like a shamrock shake. So perfect for March, even though it's a little bit minty. This is no longer currently available. It was a bring back my bar a while back. I really hope this makes a return someday because it is beautiful. Performance on this one is better than you would think. It's not overly strong in the packaging, but in the warmer, I found it took over the room pretty quickly. It was a nice medium strength scent, which is perfect for a bedroom. And this lasted for days. Again, like this one lasted, I want to say like 5 days. Again, this is the only one I melted in my room until the wax war started. So 5 days. This one did great. In Amelia's room this week, we did Iridescent Pearl, 2 cubes of this. Again, this is the only one we did in her room as well, aside from the wax war. This is the one that I think smells like a mermaid. I get like pineapple, like a very bright, kind of almost effervescent pineapple. And like some, oh, that's pretty. It is very effervescent. It's almost like sparkly sea salt water with like pineapple and like oceany greens, and it's beautiful. It's very, very pretty. Smells like a mermaid. So I had this in her room. It was very light. People aren't kidding when they say this is a light bar. It is very light, but I did find it long lasting. So where things like Candy Crave, again, are very, very light, this was kind of like that in that it's, you put it in and it's super light. You can just slightly smell it, just slightly. You have to be looking for it. It's very much a background scent, but it lasts for days at that same level. So you go in there and you're like, can I smell anything in here? Well, I kind of smell a little bit of something. It's this. You definitely smell this, but it does that for days. So no complaints there. Perfect for like a very soft scent. I think this would be a good one if someone's very scent sensitive. This would be a good one to try. If you're looking for like a powerhouse, this isn't it. I would not do this in an open layout at all. But for a bedroom or a bathroom, if you're scent sensitive or want something lighter, this is really pretty, like really pretty. So beautiful, really like that one. I think if you did 4 cubes in a larger bedroom, you'd get better performance. I just did 2 in her like medium-sized room, and that was fine. But I think it's kind of like some of those other softer scents where if you do 4, you'd probably get a little bit stronger performance initially. So that's an idea. I might try that in our room at some point, but that I was happy with. So again, very light, but the longevity made up for it. So it was good. Then in bathrooms, I finished up the bar of Together Forever from the Valentine's collection. This one was almost like, I feel like it had sweet pea and apple in the notes, and it didn't smell like those. Sweet pea, yes, but there's also some rose there for sure. I almost got some violet as well. Maybe it's just because the wax is purple, but I thought I got some violet as well. Very floral, but a pretty soft springtime floral. We enjoyed this one. I think I did the last 2 cubes. Yeah, I did the last 2 cubes in bathrooms, 1 in each bathroom. It was not overly long lasting in there. I would say like a day, day and a half. So it wasn't overly long lasting, but it was pretty well it lasted. I liked this bar, not to put in my club, but I did enjoy it while I had it. I was happy to have it. So very pretty. And then I have Vitamin Unwind here. I have 1 sad cube left. I'll use it in a bathroom probably this week just to finish it up. This one's like apple blossom, spa water, and I think cucumber or cucumber peel. It's mostly like a very sweet, like candied apple blossom scent with a bit of freshness to it. It is sweet. It's kind of apple blossomy. It's a little bit floral. I thought it was nice for the bathroom. It isn't overly strong in there. Not a very strong, long-lasting scent, but it is pretty. It's about a medium intensity at peak. And it's been in the bathroom for 24 hours at this point, and I can no longer smell it. So it's done. It's a one-dayer. It was okay. This is not a repurchase for me, and it's not in my club, but I did enjoy it while I had it. Most of my week was spent warming 3 scents in the office, Amelia's room, and our bedroom. and it was these three. You guys, this is the wax war that won. It was the Springtime Aquatics. This wax war won't end. I started this Saturday morning. It is now like halfway through the next week, and this wax war is still going on. I want to film the video for this today. Like, I wanted to film this today, like to put up on Thursday. Can't do it. Gonna have to film it the day it goes up because it's still going on days later. So we have Ella Water and Cucumber, Daydream Oasis, and You're the One. And maybe at some point this week, I'm gonna have to call it tomorrow because I need to like film the video. And at that point I could warm other things. But at this point, my house is very springtime aquatic out, and we're still going strong. So stay tuned for tomorrow. All right, then the open layout. So I did a few different things there this week because there was no wax war going on, so I got through some things in there. So the first thing I did was a mix of oats and honey with sun-ripened berry. So I used this, I used the rest of an old bar and then the start of a new bar. So I used 4 cubes of oats and honey to 4 cubes of sun-ripened berry, and that was a really nice mix. So oats and honey is like your crumble, your cobbler. It's like a oats and like brown sugar and honey all mixed together in like a crumb top. And then you have a sun-ripened berry, which is a like a bright juicy, like raspberry, mostly raspberry. I think there's some orange in there as well. Very bright and juicy. These together was like a delicious raspberry cobbler. Really enjoyed it. Performed really well. I think we got like a day and a half out of it. I really liked this. I would probably do it again. I will say I would I don't know. I might change the ratio next time, and at least in 1 or 2 warmers, do a little bit extra oats and honey. Well, no, I wouldn't. What I did notice was that sun-ripened berry became a little bit perfumey about midway through the warm. This is not a perfumey berry scent at all. It's just a very true juicy berry scent. But something about the sweetness in this really brought out like a slight perfuminess to it. I don't mean like body care perfumey. I mean perfumey in like the same way that like Johnny Appleseed's a little bit perfumey. That's all. It was still really nice. Really liked it. I would do this mix again. Highly recommend. Oats and honey is in my club and will always be there because it's like the perfect scent to mix with everything, and it's nice on its own too. Sun-ripened berry, not in my club, but I do have another couple bars. I really like this one as well. And then I did another little mix. It was a day that it was like snowing pretty hard, so I wanted something kind of wintry without being like holiday-ish. So I did 6 cubes of apple butter frosting with 2 cubes of baked apple pie. So I just did that in a few different warmers and threw the rest of this bar in with the apple butter frosting. So apple butter frosting is like a very warm, kind of spiced frosting. It's really pretty, very creamy, very smooth. The spice is really kind of smoothed out by that vanilla frosting note or the apple frosting note. Not heavy on the apple, mostly just like a very sweet, slightly appley spice. Baked apple pie, I enjoy on its own. It's not a favorite of mine for whatever reason. I don't know. It's just okay. It's like I think it's got more apple to it. It's more like it's not like an apple pie that I would make. It's more like apple pie filling that you would get from like a fast food pie. You know, like those little like pie pockets you get at like some I think Burger King has them or something. It smells like the filling of those, which is delicious. But it doesn't smell like a homemade apple pie, and that's my beef with this one. It smells like the like kind of syrupy, very little apple, but lots of syrup, and slightly spiced filling you get from like a fast food apple pie. It's okay. I didn't really smell it, I'll have to say. I think the apple butter frosting overpowered baked apple pie, which was fine. I really like apple butter frosting, so if I had to pick, it would be apple butter frosting. Unfortunately, we don't know if this one's coming back. It didn't come back in the spring summer catalog, and we're kind of worried it might not come back in the fall. But baked apple pie is available, so there is that one. So I mixed those. I wouldn't mix them again, but I really, really love apple butter frosting. And this one was okay. It got lost ratio wise, but overall, this did nicely. It was, I think, 2 days out of this one. We did at least 2 days out of this one. It was lovely. Then I was just in the mood for this one. This is a scent I've been holding on to because I really like it, but I never seem to be in the mood for it. But I was this week, and it was Dazzle Darling. So I noticed when I did my March melting basket that this one had changed over time and gotten really nice. So I liked it before, but it had really gotten beautiful with age. Yeah, it did. I should have put this in my club. So I did warm this one. I have no more of this now, which kind of makes me sad. But I did 6 cubes in the open layout. This was lovely. So I think I did 2 cubes in the summer when it first came out in the bedroom, and it was okay. It was kind of like lemony, citrusy, not very strong. In the open layout, I was kind of unsure because I remembered it being not that strong in the bedroom, so I was like, ooh, it might get lost in the open layout. It did not. It was gorgeous and like solid medium, maybe medium plus in intensity, but beautiful. It was like a slightly woodsy, slightly lemony, but very smooth, with like some vanilla and like just very smoothing notes in the background. Very well rounded, beautifully blended. Time did this one wonders. So if you have this in your collection from last summer, dig it out and give it a sniff and try it now, because it has gotten good. Yeah, if I could get more of this now, I would. I think I saw some of these bars in clearance, but I don't think this one was. And I think most of those bars are sold out now anyway. So I don't think you can get this anymore, unfortunately. But if you have it in your collection, I recommend giving it another sniff now. It did beautifully, and it lasted. When it died, it died. Like, it died quick, like it hit a wall and was just gone. But it lasted longer than I thought. I thought for sure this would be like a 1-dayer. I got like a good 36 hours out of it, so longer than I expected. I really liked it. I would get more if I could. Very nice. So good. Says you should bring this back. That's a good one. If you have this, I'm begging you, give it a sniff now. The last one I did was one I had in my melting basket that I thought I would just throw in. I was in the mood for something sweet. Didn't really feel like bakery, just wanted sweet. And this kind of fit the bill. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Sugared Lavender Twist. And this is kind of like one of those pink sugar scents. It kind of smells a little bit like Scentsy's sugar, but a little different. Like, just in the package, it smells just like sugar. I expected it to be the same, which is fine because I'm kind of out of Scentsy's sugar right now, I think. So I don't think I have any on hand right now, but I have this. So the notes on here are raspberries, orange, red fig. I love fig. Pink sugar, vanilla, orchid, lavender, vanilla sugar, and amber scent notes. So they've added a bunch of stuff to this. So the base of it is like Aquilina pink sugar, which they do say pink sugar. You can really get the orange in here. Like, the orange brightens this like really nicely. And I do think I got some of the fig as well. And I love fig notes. I think I got some of that here. Definitely got vanilla and vanilla sugar. Didn't smell any orchid. And to be honest, I didn't smell any lavender either. This is very much like a sweet, kind of brightened version of sugar to me. Yeah, it's good. Did 6 cubes in the open layout. I don't think I smelled this when I came home. So it was definitely a 1-dayer, like 24 hours. But no complaints, it was really nice. So enjoyed that. And that is what I've warmed this week. I do have some pink cotton pods going in my air purifier right now in the bedroom. With the air purifier, a little quick update on the air purifier, I guess. It's been about a month since I got it. So we've been using it consistently 24 hours around the clock ever since I got it, like when I did my haul about a month ago. We plugged it in, it's been on ever since. No interference with the wax, except for the one day a few weeks ago where I warmed sugar and it wasn't as strong as it usually is. That's the only time that's happened, and I don't think that was because of the air purifier. I think looking back, it was just like environmental weirdness. So I don't think the air purifier is impacting my wax performance after all. And I love it. I'm going to order another one for the open area here, the living room. I just find so no health claims or anything like that. It's not going to cure any illnesses or diseases. It's not going to fix anything. However, I have noticed that even though it's winter and the air is very dry, it's really common for me to wake up with like a not a sore throat, but like an irritated throat, just because of the dry air. And sometimes I wake up with like an irritated throat or like a stuffy nose. That has stopped. Like I wake up with like a not sore throat and my nose isn't as stuffy as it usually is in the morning. So that's an improvement. And I think it's the air purifier. Nothing else has changed. So there's that. So I think it's kind of reducing some of those allergens in the air. I've also noticed, and again, I don't know if this is a causal factor, but I think it is my husband snores less now, which means I sleep better. It's amazing. That alone, worth the price in gold, I'm telling you. So if you have I'm not going to say it's going to like stop snoring or fix any sleep issues. No. However, I have noticed that my husband in particular snores less since having it most nights. So that equals more uninterrupted sleep for me. So I will be a champion of this thing for a while. Love the air purifier. That said, I don't think if you want to scent a room, I think a wax and warmer is still your best bet. I like that you can use pods in the air purifier because once your wax dies off, it's kind of nice to have that kind of backup little scent in the room. I don't think the pods in the air purifier do as strong of a job as they do in like a wall fan diffuser or a mini diffuser even. The pods are pretty good little scent punches in the wall fan diffuser and in the car. I find them really light in the air purifier. I did Luna ones first, so I've gone through a set of Luna pods. Those, even though Luna's in wax, it's a very light scent, the pods actually did really well. So the pods did about 2.5 weeks. You could smell them in the air for 2.5 weeks, especially if the wax wasn't very strong. So that was good. Highly recommend that. I would buy the Luna ones again for it. I have pink cotton in there right now. They're like a medium when you sniff them, but in the air purifier, I'm not smelling them at all. Like they've been in there for like 3-4 days. So they're brand new. And like, I got nothing. I don't know, got nothing. I haven't smelled them yet since like the first day I loaded them. So I don't know, maybe pink cotton just doesn't throw well, I don't know. But it does seem a little bit lighter, like the pods seem lighter in performance than they are in wax or in the wall fan diffusers. So there's that. But that being said, even if you just got it for air purifying purposes, which is kind of what it is, highly recommend. One other thing I noticed is, you know how like when the sunbeams are coming in your window and you can see all the little dust flying in the air and you're like, oh my gosh, my house. That doesn't happen in the bedroom anymore. Like if you like flap some like blankets around near it, then yes, you'll get that like dust effect, but the air purifier sucks it up. So if like there's been no movement in the room and you just walk in there and the sun's coming in, there's no like dust crystals flying around the air. It sucks them all up. It's wonderful. And I almost find when you walk in that like you walk in and like it doesn't smell any different because you have like your wax and whatever, it smells like your room, but the air feels different. And like my husband has no idea what I'm talking about. He would think I'm crazy, but the air feels different to breathe in. Like it just feels different. It feels crisper would be the word I would use. It feels crisper. Not really cooler, but like crisp and like smooth. So I don't know. I really like it. I do notice a difference like when I walk into the living room versus when I walk into our room in the air. Like I can feel the difference like in my esophagus. I don't know. I'm not selling this well talking about esophaguses, I'm sorry. But yeah, I really like it. I do notice a difference. I am buying another one, and I will probably get another one for my daughter's room too. So that's my review so far. I have not had to change the filter yet. It's only been a month. I haven't expected to change the filter yet. But yeah, I'll let you know when I do, and I'll show you before and after. But yeah, hope things are going well where you are, and we will see you in the next video. See you tomorrow for Wax Wars. It might be later in the day coming up than usual because, you know, it's the never-ending wax war. So we'll see you guys later. Talk to you soon. Bye.